I love documenting things about my life and my art. I've been drawing a sprite each day this year to sum up my day. These videos have documented my art projects semi-regularly for the past 3 years, and I've recently started a newsletter to reflect on my art journey every month. There's a lot of writing, kind of everywhere, and I thought it would be nice to sort of consolidate these thoughts and feelings towards my art and my business into a single video that I can look back on each year. So, while I draw a character sheet for my avatar Pixel, because art might do be around the corner, we're gonna answer some questions and do a little Artist Time Capsule for 2026. And if you haven't met me before, hey, my name is Jade and I like to paint with pixels. We've got 10 questions. I'm just gonna go for it. We're gonna see how we go. So, question number 1, what are you currently working on? I'm doing my best, my absolute best, to try and keep to 1 or 2 projects on the go at the same time. But my main project at the moment is a commission idea, which revolves around maps and making personalized maps for folks, kind of in a video game, top-down style. I'm really excited about the idea. We'll have to see how it goes and how people receive it. But when I've mentioned it to folks, they seem to think that it's a cool idea. So that's a good sign. Question number 2 is, what's something you've achieved that you are really proud of this year? And for me, I think starting commissions in the first place is the thing that I am most proud of, mainly because it's something that I have been thinking about for a couple years at this point. And at the start of this year, I was just like, I'll set up the page and see what happens. And if it doesn't take off, that's okay. At least I've actually started it. I think there's just such an apprehension to even post the commission listings, but I am so glad I did. I've had a couple commissions so far, and they've all been super lovely and been really fun, diverse projects, which has been really surprising. I have on VGen, there's a custom inquiry section. So if there's something on that's not on your listings that someone wants to commission you for, they can ask you through that, and that's mainly where I've been getting my commission requests, which have been really fun to do. And yeah, so far I'm really enjoying the commission process, so hopefully we can keep doing that in the future as well. But yes, I'm very pleased that I just sort of took the leap with it and went for it. Question number 3 is, what are 3 favorite drawings/projects that you've made this year? And for me, it's a bit of a mixture because I've been getting into incorporating my art into both games and sort of projects that aren't quite games. I would love to make a video about this soon, but I've been really enjoying the Godot journey that I've been on. The first project that is one of my favorites is this sub drawing project that I have started over on my Twitch, which is where every month we do like a collaborative drawing with folks who have either subbed or gifted a sub on Twitch. And I send out a form for folks to fill out and design their little character, and then I'll put them all together into a cute little drawing. And every month has a theme. And it's genuinely my favorite drawing to do every month, just because it's a little different every month. And my partner recently asked me what would happen if everyone picked the same option in the form that I send out to folks. And I was like, that's fine. Like we'll work it out. I think the example that I always go for is the first one that we did was penguin theme. And I was like, if everyone decided to pick either throwing snowballs or being hit by a snowball, then we just have a giant snowball fight as the final drawing. Or if everyone was like sliding on their bellies, then there'd be like a giant penguin race across this icy lake. And yeah, I don't know. There's a way to figure it out, and it's always fun to figure out like how to incorporate everyone's chosen options into the final drawing. And recently made a little sort of interactive gallery. So now when you hover over any of the characters, it'll tell you who designed that character and how long they have supported the channel for. And I don't know, I think it's just a nice way to sort of document and remember who designed what for every drawing. And Yeah, it's real nice. I'll leave it in the description if you want to take a look. But yeah, super proud of that one. I realize I've been yapping and this is only the first one. Oh my god, okay. Second one would be my daily sprites. This is sort of a long running project and still ongoing, but I'm really proud that I've managed to keep going with this for basically half a year now. And it's basically I draw a little 16 by 16 sprite every day just to sum up my day and highlight a little joy in each of my days. But I it's the first time that a like drawing habit has felt very easy for me to do and keep up with. Obviously there are hard days and sometimes I'm like I have absolutely no idea what to draw for that day, but that feels like the most important days to keep going with it, and it's forced me to be a bit more intentional with my days and notice the small nice things that happen every day. And so I'm really grateful for this project to sort of push me to get better at that. I'm noticing a theme that my favorite drawings are somehow sort of documenting a bigger chunk of time or a particular memory, but that's quite nice. And I guess that kind of counts for the third one, which was going to be the map projects that I'm currently working on. It's another one of those projects that I've had on my mind for a while and was very overwhelmed by the idea of it. There's a lot of different elements to it. So I decided to just sort of break it down into the smallest possible tasks that I can do for it. And it's been working out pretty well. We're slowly but surely putting together a little map of my trip to Brighton. That's like the first one that I've done. I'm doing a couple for like examples of the commissions that I could provide. I thought, well, why not just do stories of my own like little trips and holidays away? Because I think that would be a really nice way to document them in a unique way. And also, I get a cute drawing for myself. Um, but I'm really excited to make some more maps in the future. Question number 4 is what is something that you are currently worried about? And this is not to put a complete downer on things, but I think it's important to document not only the highs, but also the lows that you're going through, especially over time. I feel like it can be built up as a big thing in your mind, and then you look back in a year's time and you've completely forgotten about it. And it sort of, I don't know, takes away some of the power that it could have of being this like big, scary worry. Um, and also, it'll just be interesting to see if these sort of worries change over time. Though this one is probably not going to change. I'd say the thing that's on my mind that I'm worried about the most at the moment is money, because I want to make this something that supports me full time, and it's not at that point yet, but I believe that it can be. And I think this is going to be just a constant worry, is, whenever you're self-employed, there's a lot of uncertainty around your income and fluctuations between how much you make each month. I think that's the thing that is worrying me the most at the moment, because I am in that stage of trying to work up to making a livable wage out of this. Um, but yeah, I know that this will take time, and so I'm not worrying about it too much. But obviously, it is a thing that, you know, you gotta be realistic about and keep in mind. Question number 5 is what is your word of the year? And sub question, do you feel like you're sticking with it? So my word this year is intentional, or to be intentional, because I realize that I'm not spending the time that I do have as well as I'd like to. And that's not in a like toxic productivity, like gotta do everything all the time, but like more I'm spending a lot of time scrolling on Instagram or, scrolling reels. And I don't want to. I want to use that time to either rest or, do some drawing for myself or play some games, like I just want to use my time in a better way. And I feel like I'm sticking to it, sort of, with a caveat of like I'm still definitely scrolling every now and again. But I do definitely see myself just being a bit more aware of how I'm spending my time. I use a little time tracking app on my phone, and that's the thing that highlighted how much time I was spending scrolling. And oh my god, humbling, humbling how much time I was spending. But yeah, I think this is a thing that I will chip away at over the course of the year, and I think I'm making good progress with it, at least for now. Question number 6? I'm losing count. What's something that you would like to learn in the next year? For me, I think because I am so in my sort of game dev, Godot era, I would love to learn how on earth you release a game on Steam because I've watched some videos on it and it seems like there's a lot to the process that I just did not realize about, and so I would love to learn that process firsthand and figure out how it all works, and then hopefully it'll be easier for when I have bigger projects further down the line. I am less stressed because I have this experience. But yeah, that's something I would like to learn in the next year. Question number 7. What medium would you like to try this year? I feel like I have a lot of projects in mind that I would like to try, and the core of it is pixel art, but it's like, ooh, what if we try pixel art but in these different mediums? And I kind of included this question because I wanted to record what sort of mediums I try each year and how I go about them. And for the next year, I would love, 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 love to get into cross stitching. I love my fiber crafts. I used to do a lot of crocheting and knitting. I haven't done it as much as I'd like to recently, but I think like pixel art and cross stitch, they go hand in hand, and I would love to have my own designs that I could make by hand. I think that would be really cool, especially because I would love to get away from screens more. So much of my hobbies and my work and everything just involves screens. And so I would love to have something that doesn't involve a screen but still involves pixel art because I don't want to like give that up. So cross stitch seems like a cool medium to try. Question number 8. What is your next big goal? Now, the big goal, of course, is to support myself in my artwork and my business. That will probably remain the same for the foreseeable future. But my next big goal, I kind of mentioned it already, but I would love to release a commercial game and release it to Steam. I don't want it to be something daunting and overwhelming. It's not going to be like my dream game. I just want to release a small game, go through the full process, and understand sort of the ins and outs of each stage. Because I've worked in games in the past. For context, oh my god, I've not even said. I used to work in games as a designer. I got hit with the layoffs in end of 2024, and it really knocked my confidence in just working on games in general. I don't know, I couldn't face it for a while. And then getting into Godot and wanting to learn that has sort of like slowly built that confidence back up. And I would love to, yeah, release something with that I've made in Godot on Steam. That's the that's the goal. I think something that builds on from the Peachtober game that I made, like a hidden object game, I think that that is a really nice project to have as a small feasible game that I can make in a couple months and hopefully release it. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Future me can check this. Did we release a game in 2026, 2027? I hope we did. Question number 9. What are you looking forward to in the next year? This is slightly different to the next big goal because it's sort of more of a overarching, just like over the year, what are you looking forward to? And I think I am looking forward to trying new projects because I think I'm still in that stage of sort of discovering what is and isn't working for me in terms of like from a business perspective, but also just creatively, like what what am I excited to make? And so there's a lot of projects in mind. I'm doing my best to try and not overwhelm myself. I'm excited to at least dig into a couple of them and see what works, see what I vibe with. And finally, question number 10. What would you say to younger you seeing this video? Or reading this time capsule, I guess. Um, it's tough because I feel like I have a lot to say. Um, but if I only had one thing, I think it would be to not be so harsh on yourself. I think for personal projects and things going on with myself, I'm quite pessimistic. I think I'm an optimistic person overall, especially for other people with their own projects. Like, I will root for them. I will be their number one cheerleader. But I'm not very good at it for myself. And I'm a bit of a pessimist and only think of what could go wrong rather than what could go right. I have a little bit of paper up on my wall. I'm looking at it now. And it just has written, what if it all works out? Because I need, I still do need that reminder that to look at what could go well rather than what could go wrong when thinking of starting a new project or starting a new art piece. And yeah, so I would tell younger me, don't be too harsh on yourself. You're doing good. Um, yeah, think about what could go well instead of what could go wrong. And just think about what if it all works out. I hope it does. It's been working pretty well so far. Um, but yeah, that's what I'd tell her. But that was all 10 questions. I would love for this to be something that folks join in on. Obviously, do not have to share your own answers, but I will leave the questions in the description if you'd like to give this a go yourself, and keep your answers tucked away somewhere so that you can see them in a year's time and, be a nice way to sort of reflect on how things are going. I sort of did this in the middle of the year instead of in like at the beginning of the year because I feel like I don't know, my perception of things are a bit skewed at the end of the year, and there's already so much reflecting and like New Year motivation and stuff like that. Like, I feel like in the middle of the year, we're in the thick of it. We're into it. So, yeah, give it a go in the not immediate New Year in January and see how you go. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you want to take a look at my most recent project that I was on about with the tiny buildings, check out this video here, where we break down the process of how I've been simplifying objects into a tiny canvas. And we will see you in the next one. Take care out there. Goodbye!